On the auspicious occasion of Guru Purab last month, Prime Minister Narendra Modi, out of the blue, decided to address the nation in an early morning impromptu correspondence. Shocking the countrymen, he announced the decision of repealing the farm laws. Almost a month later, the fake farmers rather reluctantly are packing their bags and clearing the hijacked borders of the capital city. While they are moving out, the demons of their misdeeds and their baggage will be hard to unload in the coming days. The institutions of democracy and civil society have been dealt a heavy blow. The scars are ugly, and they are here to stay. Hi and welcome. You're watching TFI English, the national socio-political analysis arm of the TFI Media Group. I'm Siddharth, your host. In this video, I will tell you how the scars of the fake farmers' protests will haunt India forever. Let's begin. The fake farmers' protest that held the capital city of New Delhi hostage for more than a year has finally come to a draw. However, the scars and the damage caused by them will take years, if not months, to heal, for the wounds have been far too deep and painful. While repealing the three farm laws was a shock in itself, the government on Thursday ceded to several more contentious demands. Agriculture Secretary Sanjay Agrawal wrote a letter to Samyukta Kisan Morcha and clarified that the governments of Uttar Pradesh, Madhya Pradesh, Uttarakhand, Himachal Pradesh and Haryana have agreed to withdraw cases against farmers with immediate effect. The letter read, cases registered against farmers and supporters in Delhi and Union territories will also be withdrawn. The central government will appeal to other state governments too to start process to withdraw cases against protesters of the movement. To further rub in on the misery of ordinary taxpayers, the government announced that it will provide compensation to kin or family members of protesters who died during the agitation. As argued previously by TFI, in trying to appease the fake farmers who got their way through a strong protest of anarchy and vandalism, the Modi government has left the flank open for the small farmers to get hurt. India is an agrarian economy, and yet the agriculture sector is running on archaic systems, desperately begging for modernization. The three farm laws were supposed to bring parity to the small farmers who are often raised by the big farmers and arhatyas. Most of the alleged farmers that camped in Delhi harbored political and religious ambitions. As far as the content of the bill is concerned, not a single legislation was going to hurt the real farmers, although the same cannot be said about arhatyas masquerading as farmers. The supposed farmers were protesting on the presumption that the minimum support price, or MSP as they call it, which benefited the farmers of Punjab, Haryana and Western Uttar Pradesh disproportionately, will be removed. And with the corporate entry in the agriculture sector, their role in production will be reduced. Moreover, they were worried about the fact that the government's subsidies on input and output will be removed. But if one goes by the contents of the three farm bills, none of this presumption holds water. As reported by TFI in October, a 35-year-old Dalit man named Lakhbir Singh was hung upside down with a chopped arm at the protest site, while a violent farmer mob cheered the Taliban-esque action vociferously. To put it bluntly, the actions of fake Taliban Khalistan farmers had finally metamorphosed into a category that even the devil or other satanic forces will have a hard time competing with. However, this was not the first time that such barbarity was at display at the farmers' protest. As reported by TFI, in June, a 42-year-old man named Mukesh from Jhajjar was burnt alive by the fake farmers at the Tikri border. All through these gruesome killings, a precedent has been set, which means that future protesters will be under the assumption that they can get away even after killing some innocent. While chilling murders became the modus operandi of fake farmers, women were not spared at the border either. A 25-year-old woman activist hailing from West Bengal, who had come to participate in farmers' protests at the Delhi-Haryana Tikri border, was reportedly gang-raped on the spot. She reached the protest site in mid-April and since then was subjected to sexual assault on more than one occasion. Her father did file an FIR, but the young woman succumbed eventually on April 30 after contracting coronavirus. The main perpetrators of the crime are alleged to be two AAP leaders who masterminded the entire incident. Additionally, the Khalistani fighters had infiltrated the camps and were using it for their nefarious agendas. They will now be going back to Punjab assimilated amongst the fake farmers and try to radicalize the locals to join the secessionist movement. The government believes it has played the long game by repealing the farm laws. However, the Cowering Down Act means that the farmer reforms will be pushed back by another few decades, and that will feel like someone is vigorously twisting the knife in the back of poor farmers.